Well,
There you go. There's Mike. All right.
we good now?
Can't hear you, Mike.
You
Oh,
can't?
you're good.
All right, we good now?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, man. Welcome to another episode from To Millions, man. It just took forever to get here, man. But so glad you guys are here to share with us today. Are we showing any of the sponsors today?
Yep. Yep.
When?
Oh, you know what? No, I forgot. No, sorry. I should have put it there. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, we keep changing
hey
slides.
guys, well, man,
I can show them the book.
what if I told you
Either the
that?
side by side.
Just show them the book.
Yeah, side by
There you
side.
go.
Mike and myself. Okay. All right, guys. So this show is sponsored by From Broke to Millions. So it detailed Mike's story, how he lost everything, and then how he acquired, from zero cash, bad credit, how he was able to do over 1,000 apartment units, so that if he can do it, you guys can do it too. So go ahead, Mike.
Thank you. Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about the big lie. What if I told you there's a big lie of raising capital? So many people say that you have to grow up with money, you have to be surrounded by people with money. But that's so true. Look, guys, I didn't grow up around money. I was surrounded by wealthy people. My friends and family are still broke, right? I mean, they're not seven-figure earners. I mean, I've now stepped into that realm, but it always wasn't like that. And a lot of people tell you it's impossible. And impossible means it's not even possible. But when you begin to speak in those terms, you begin to say it's insurmountable, and it's what is it? Impossible. And so today we're going to break that myth and show you how you can raise capital, and that it is possible, and it's a practical path as long as you're persistent, pervasive. All right. So let's get started on this, man. This training today is for newbies. So look, if you line up OPM, you just have to have a real estate deal, right? And you can close your first deal. All right. This training is also for experienced investors. All right. If you guys are experienced and looking for ways to scale up, this is something for you. And it's a quick way to get there fast.
Is it
All
me,
right.
or the sound is coming
So
in
the
and out?
goal of this training today is what's going on?
The sound is coming in and
You're
out.
you're good, Mike.
Yeah, but go ahead. Go ahead.
What is it?
Yeah, it's
You're
like
good.
it's getting cut off. Is it?
I'm going. Okay. The goal for this training.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's lagging. That's the right
Yeah.
description.
Yep.
There
Yeah.
you go. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
We're lagging.
Yeah.
All right. So goal for this training is learn how to track private investors with OPM. All right. Even if your friends or family are broke, we're going to show you how to do it. Look. When I was out, I had investors locked up. We had probably I don't know 4 or 5 million between two investors when I was investing. And unfortunately, they passed, and I had to start all over again. And when I went back out there to start raising capital, I failed miserably, right? I wasn't able to succeed in raising capital. It took me a while to get the deals done. But for over a year, I got big zero. All right. So I went and got myself educated, and I surrounded myself with experts that were doing it. And we you guys good?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
So when two of my investors died, I had a big fat zero, and I had to start all over again. And I went after different investors, and I kept coming back with nothing. Like I got rejection after rejection after rejection. So I then got myself educated. Right. Once I got myself educated, I surrounded myself by experts. And one of my guys was Win. Like I brought Win in to help me out to raise capital. I never forget we started with blogging on one part. Well, it was bigger pockets. And from there it started expanding. All about getting your message out. And today we're going to show you some of the techniques that we leverage to raise millions of dollars leveraging real estate. I mean, he was able to raise social money through social media. That he could do the same for me. So if he could do it for me, we definitely could do it together. I mean, even with one of our hotel deals, we've raised over 12 million in 12 weeks by leveraging social media. Anybody would like that? Anybody on here want to be want to raise $12 million leveraging social media and people that we did not know, but we leveraged the relationship? Would you like to know this technique? Would you like to know this secret? All right. But look, now is the right time to take action. It's now o'clock, not later o'clock. Now o'clock. Look, over $250 billion worth of mortgages, of hotel mortgages are maturing this year. And you got to take advantage of massive opportunity. I mean, because listen, a lot of times people say, well, I'll wait, and I'm gonna wait for the best time. It's never a great time. I've bought in every cycle, and the difference is you got to cut out space from the idea and execution. And once you begin to cut out that space between those two, those when you create significant returns. Because if you come later, somebody already made all the money, and you're left with the penny. Don't let that be you. Okay? So look. Today, Win and I will share with you secrets on how we raise millions of dollars with other people's money. Hey, when you want to take this next, brother?
Yes, definitely. So, guys, there are three secrets, that we will share with you today. And as Mike said, these are the exact same secrets that, that Mike and I used so that we were able to raise $12 million in 12 weeks. And because of that, those two hotels that you saw there, they were funded, right? And then, part of the money also was used in Mike's $110 million hotel condo development project, right? So these secrets work, right? So what I want you to do, guys, is, take a piece of paper, write things down, right? Adopt an open mindset, don't be like, think about like, how can you make this work, or how can you apply it, instead of saying, oh, it doesn't work, right? Because these things work. These are the exact same things that we use. So, and the exact same techniques that our students use. And so it works for us, it works for them. So there's no reason why it should not work for you. So secret number one, reach high net worth individuals through targeted social media. Secret number two, the right posts attract investors. And secret number three, which is especially powerful, when you don't have any rich friends or family members, you can hack other people's networks so that you can meet people with money. All right. So the first secret is you can reach high net worth individuals through targeted social media. So, Mike, can you explain why, like, how is it possible that there are like people, like a lot of people with money?
Yeah, I mean, look, man, there's over 13 million, almost 14 million different households that are accredited investors. Over almost 14 million. 10% of the American household have a net worth of over $1 million, or they make over 250, 300,000 a year. Now, here's the great thing about this. You only need to meet two or three of those guys. You only need to meet two or three people in order to accomplish that. Now, some of you may say, well, what's an accredited investor? What's a non accredited investor? Well, an accredited investor is someone who has a net worth over $1 million, or individually or combined, they make over 300,000 a year. If you do meet those standards, then you're considered an accredited investor. If you don't, you're non accredited. Now, it doesn't matter if you're accredited or non accredited, it's just for legal purposes.
Right, but the point is there are so many people who are wealthy or high net worth, and as Mike said, you don't need a lot of them. So, and it's like there is $73 trillion of wealth out there, guys. So
$1 trillion. A
yep.
$1 trillion.
So the question is why social media, right? So, you want me to take this on?
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. So why social media? Because 90% of Americans are on social media. So it's like if you want to miss out on 90% of potential investors, then don't do social media, right? So in other words, it makes perfect sense to go on social media because that's where people hang out in today's world, right? But not all social media are created equal. You gotta target the social media, the right social media profile, depending on what kind of, we call it, market, of investors you have. So, for example, if you have a network already of people with money, then that means you have a hot market, right? So, how do you reach your hot market? Well, you can reach it through your personal Facebook page. Now, if you don't have that, right, then we suggest you mine what we call your warm market. These are people who don't know you yet, right? But these are people, who are interested in investing in real estate, or they are already investing in real estate, right? So how do you target them? Well, you can reach them through targeted Facebook groups, like real estate investing groups, like our Facebook group, Apartment Investing Secrets, which, by the way, we met two of our biggest investors on our Facebook group, Apartment Investing Secrets, right? LinkedIn is
Absolutely.
another one, that works really well. And then your largest or biggest market is your cold market. You can reach them through LinkedIn, blogging, and Twitter. But really, for a lot of people, you should aim for your warm market. And here's the proof,
What do you
guys. Yeah, go
think
ahead.
what do you think is one of the better social media platforms to attract investors? Is there one better than the other?
Yeah, so right now, based on experience, like targeted Facebook groups is our number one. Number two is LinkedIn, you know. Um, and then really the third one is bigger pockets, we've met investors and all across all those groups.
Okay.
You want me to talk about this one?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so here's the proof, guys, that what we do works, right? So, and here's, I mean, literally, we get this like almost every week, right? But for example, the one that you see on the left is an actual exchange of DMs. Now, we blotted the names for privacy purposes. But basically, these guys reach out to us on Facebook, right? And then they said, yeah,
Right.
they're interested in understanding our deal structure, and then Mike explained, and then, yeah, they said they've invested in syndications already for 8 to 10 years, and they actually help other syndicators raise funds. And you know what? These guys, when Mike presented to their investors, Mike raised like, how much money did you raise, Mike? Like $5 million in an hour. It's crazy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they made commitments right then and there, and we pulled all the money in within 30 days.
Yeah, that's
Like, they
that's
made the commitment, and we funded the deal.
yep.
We
So it's
closed that
like,
deal cash.
yeah, and all through Facebook, right? And then the one on the right, I know you guys cannot see the writing in detail because it's kind of small here, but basically what he was saying was, he's already an LP. An LP means limited partner, meaning he already invested in other real estate syndications. And then he was basically asking Mike, hey, Mike, can I invest in your hotel deals? Think about that, right? So it's like someone is asking you, hey, here I have money, I want to invest in you, right? Or I want to invest in your next deal. Think about that, right? Most people have this misconception that talking to investors is basically you need to be like a great salesperson, right? That all you need to do is talk to that person and kind of like sell him or her so that they invest in you. That's actually the total opposite, right? In
Yeah,
this,
that's the worst. That's what why I felt miserably. I mean, all I did was talk. Matter of fact, I did it so many ways that it was wrong. I now only can do it the right way because I did all the wrong ways.
yeah, I've done it the wrong way too, Mike, like many times until I spent so much money on
There's no
education and
other
yeah,
way to
trial
do
and
it.
error. It's like I don't even want to think how much money I did not make and lost because I didn't know what I was doing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So guys, this same techniques, some of you might be saying, oh, maybe it only works for Mike. Well, no. We taught Keisha Kennedy about the power of social media, right? And at that time, Keisha owned 0 apartment units. She only owned like 3 houses that she bought over 10 years, right? And yet, and she only used her money, right? But by learning these techniques, which we're about to share with you guys, Keisha went from 0 to over 2,000 investors through posting on Facebook and LinkedIn. And on the right, she was showing the properties. And I need to update this picture because she owns more properties than this already. Like
Well,
in 18 months, she owns
here's
like
the other thing.
500 units.
And when the other thing is, she's not even in the States. She's doing this all the way from Kuwait.
That's
Like
right.
she
Mm-hmm.
built her 2000 group inventory list, investor list.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing deals in the U.S. She's hands off. She's building financial freedom, and she's not even in the U.S.
That's crazy. Man. So if you guys are thinking, oh, I can't do it, for whatever reason, well, stop the excuses, guys. If Keisha can do it, you can do it too. Right? So, but you might be wondering, but Mike, what do I post? Right? Well, that's where secret number 2 comes in. So, there are right posts. You need to put out the right posts out there to attract investors. So, Mike, you want to discuss the next one?
Yeah, so investors invest with people that one they know, they trust, and they like. And those are the things that you have to come across in your story. Once you purvey that, because look, that's one of the reasons why they want to get to know you, and that's one of the process. And they want to be able to trust you because they want to make sure that you're going to fight for them to get their money back. And you do that all by telling your story. All right? Go
Right.
ahead, Will.
Now, you don't need to write a novel about yourself, right? but but all you need to do is share things that are, things that you believe in, right? Things that you've encountered in the past. Anytime that you've encountered an adversity and you overcame that, you overcome that adversity, or maybe it's a story about your first real estate deal or why you went into real estate to begin with, right? Because people want to know your character, right? So if you tell them stories about yourself, then they begin to get to know you. And this is why, when Mike told me his story, I was like, man, everybody should know this, right? Everybody should know you, Mike. And so at first, Mike was hesitant to share his story, you know. Um, but it's like when you share your stories, guys, even the seemingly embarrassing ones, the bad ones, like remember Mike when we shared on LinkedIn how you lost 400,000 the first time you tried to break
Oh my
into
God.
hotels. Mike was like, no, we should not share that. Remember that? But when we shared it, what
That
happened?
was that was one of our biggest posts. People loved that we shared not only the good, but we were transparent about the bad and how we overcame it. I mean, everyone loves the hero in the story, and you're the hero. You're the main character of your story, and they want to know it. They want to get to know you, and you do that by sharing on social media.
Yeah. So for example, that one post, right? We attracted two investors, I think with $2 million each, so that's 4 million. And I know one of those investors is Rodrigo Trepp, right? Who is now Mike's business partner, guys, on the $110 million hotel condo development. Think about that. By sharing something bad, quote unquote, right? But it's all about sharing Mike's story. All right.
Yeah, and that's the whole point about sharing the pain to get to pleasure. And that's how you attract different people, sharing the pain and getting them to the pleasure. Once you understand how to
Mike was saying there, so it's all about again, sharing your story. Uh, so then we go to the next part, which is again, guys, keep this in mind, right? You basic human psychology. People want to get to know you. They need to trust you and like you. And when you have all three, there's a high likelihood they will invest with you, right? So the next part
absolutely.
is how do you make investors trust you? This is where you need to put out educational posts out there. And this is why every week, literally, you see Mike posting on social media, educating you guys, right? How to raise money, how to, like his first $1 million profit deal or the latest bird deal, right? Or the latest deal, that he's working on, etc. And then be open and share what you know. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I'm a newbie investor. I don't know anything. Well, then, all you need to do is to be like one or two steps ahead, right? And so share what you're learning. You don't have to be an expert like Mike with over 20 years experience, right? To start putting out educational posts out there. You can
I'm glad
even
you said that,
mhm.
because even then, like you can share other people's posts that you felt provided value.
Right.
Just add value. When
Mhm.
you're adding value to people's lives, that's when you begin to attract them even more.
Yeah, exactly. Like Josaphat Calvo, one of our mastermind members, he shared one of Mike's posts about, like the Eden Irwin deal, acquired for 470,000. It's now worth 4.7 million, and people found value in that, right? So you don't have to be
Absolutely.
like 100% original. You can literally copy someone's post, give them credit for it, as long as it educates them.
Copying. It's not copying. It's modeling.
Yeah, it's
Model off of
modern.
so and so.
I mean, like literally people copy and then just mention who the source is, right? Hey, one of my mentors posted this, and I really appreciate it. And this is what I'd learned. What do you guys think? Boom! It can be as simple as that, right? Don't make it complicated,
Absolutely.
But yeah, so now with stories, people get to know you. With educational posts, they get to trust you. But then there's one more component, and that is they need to like you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is where the other three E's come from, right? So you can put out posts that are engaging. You can ask people what do they think. Like, you can have a post that is both educational and engaging. Like I remember Mike
Right.
posted. You remember that property in downtown Cincinnati, the commercial building, and then you ask people like, should I do this deal or not? You know? Remember that deal? And
Right.
people were like responding, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, don't do the deal or do the deal," and it's like there's not one answer, right? So, uh, yeah, that's an example of an engaging post. Okay, you can have a entertaining post like the one in the middle, right? But you can again combine that with something educational. I can't find a deal, slap, cold call Section 8 property owners, and then Mike educated, like, exactly like how do you do that, right? And then,
Right.
like people hate people who are negative all the time, right? So like in a party and you have someone who is complaining all the time, you don't want to be with that person, right? And social media is one big party. So on social media, be encouraging as well. So put out something that will motivate people. So again, as I said, if you have a story, it can be your own story, that you suffered through an adversity and you overcame that adversity, or it can be someone else's story. Hey, I was so inspired by this story, or like I was so inspired by the story of Mike who lost everything, like down to zero and being homeless, and yet he figured out how to buy apartment buildings. Are you kidding me? Like, how the heck did he do that, right? So you can share something like that just to motivate people, right? So the bottom line, guys, so this is the formula right here. Write this down in big bold letters, right? Because this formula will change your life right here, right? If you adopt this across your social media platforms, you will attract investors, right? So the 4ES, right? The S, you tell your story so that people get to know you. And then you have the 4 E's: educate, engage, encourage, entertain. I mean, really, at the end of the day, right? You are on social media because you want to get educated. You want to, get some cool information, learn something new, right? You're on social media to engage. You want to share your opinion, right? You're on social media to get motivated. Maybe you're down, but you want to see something encouraging, right? And then you're on social media to entertain yourself. You want to laugh, you want to cry, right? So basically what we're saying here is that human beings, right? I mean, investors are human beings, and like any human being, they want to get to know you, trust you, and like you. And with the 4 ES, if you put it out there consistently, then they get to know you, trust you, and like you. And guess what? If they know you, trust you, and like you, there's a good chance or likelihood that they will invest with you. All right.
Keep going, Wayne.
Okay. All right. So Dwayne Gregory here, one of our master members, he attended the OPM intensive online. He didn't even attend the OPM intensive in person, Mike. So he was just listening on Zoom. And, of course, we gave a lot more examples of the 4 ES, like exactly like how do you tell your story? Like, it's a workshop, but the bottom line is he used that. The first post, he raised $50,000, right? And then on subsequent posts, by the time he added it up, like in just 3 months, he was able to raise $250,000. And today, Mike, he's about to do his first deal. He is tasked with raising $2.5 million, and he is confident that he can do that because, he was able to raise $250,000 being a newbie to this, guys, all through social media. Think about that, right? Very, very powerful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So some of you might be thinking, but what if I have a small network, right? And in the case of Mike, and same thing with me, like what if they're all broke? Okay. What if all of your friends and family are broke? Now what do you do, right? Will social media be effective? Well, the answer to that is yes, and that's where secret number 3 comes in. So secret number 3 is, do you know you can actually hack other people's network? Okay, do you know that?
Really, how you do that, brother? How do we get to that?
Yeah. So one way is what we call group posting, right? See, this is another thing that I call this is a group algorithm hack. You're hacking the algorithm of Facebook, of LinkedIn. You guys want to know how to do that? Here's how, right? So the whole algorithm rests on the fact that they or when I say they, the algorithm, meaning Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or Twitter, right? They want you to stay on that platform for as long as possible so that you end up, paying for the ad or clicking the ads, right? So that's how they get paid. Now, in order for you to for your post to be promoted by the algorithm, right? It has to have high engagement. Now, how do you have a highly engaging post? Well, the hack is group posting. So meaning, you get a group of people together, right? So you like and comment on each other's post, and by doing that, each post will have, let's say, 20 likes and 20 comments. And when the algorithm sees that post, then what 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 will the algorithm do? It will show it to more people. Therefore, your post will get more likes and more comments. This is how posts become viral, right? Now, here's the thing though. You need someone, or at least two or three people that have a big network to join you in this group posting. I mean, this group posting will not work if you get, 19 of your friends, so 20 of you, and each of you have less than 100 friends on Facebook or LinkedIn, right? It won't work. So you need a few heavy hitters to agree to do the group posting with you. Okay? So, here's how you do it, step by step, 10 consecutive business days. You get 20 or more people to engage with each other's post. Your posts have to have high value. Don't sell anything. Okay? Don't even say, invest with me, right? Because your goal here is to grow your network. All right. And again, as I said, you need to have like a couple of heavy hitters with like Mike, who have like a good following on social media. Like I think you're close to 10,000 followers now on LinkedIn, Mike, and 35, almost 36,000 on Facebook. Apartment Event Secrets, and how many followers do you have on Instagram now? 30.
We're at about 27,000.
27,000? Okay. Yeah, there you go. So you need someone like Mike to do the group posting with you. But man, when you do that, here's what you get. Like Tim Vest, okay? Who's calling? Okay. All right. So Tim Vest, for example, one of our mastermind members, so he participated in this group posting, and in just 10 business days, guys, here are the results that he got. He attracted 11 investors through group posting, right? He attracted solid connections with lenders and brokers in addition to the 11 investors, right? Yeah, I mean, that this group posting works, guys. By doing this group posting, on LinkedIn, for example, like we grew Mike's connections or followers from like 1,400, and that he built over 7 years, and in 7 months we more than doubled that to 3,000 people, right? And then now after like another year, it's up to 10,000, or almost 10,000, 9,000 something, So the group posting, it helps expand the number of connections that you have on social media, because guys, it's a numbers game, right? So my question is, do you want Mike to do the group posting with you? So type it in the chat if you want that. If you want to do that. If you're on Facebook, type it on Facebook, Instagram. Yes. Because I'm telling you guys, this will grow your network really quickly, a lot faster than you think. And when you have a big network of people, right? And when you put out the 4ES, right? You put out your story, you put out educational post, engaging post, encouraging post, and entertaining post. You do that consistently, man, you will have a lot of people wanting to reach out to you on social media,
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
all right. So, you want to summarize this, Mike?
Yeah, so there's three secrets there. No, secret number one, reach out to the high net worth individuals through targeted social media. And then secret number two, man, the right post attracts the right investors. And secret number three, hack into other people's network. Leverage other people that already have a following. And from there, they can catapult you into larger deals, into a larger network. It's all about leveraging a team. And with a team together, everyone accumulates money. And this is how you do it.
There you go. Cool. Team, everyone
You like that
accumulates
one?
money. I like that. What's team? So
Together.
together, everyone accumulates
money.
money. Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. So
Stop being fearful.
stop
You
being
ready? Stop being in fear. Stop moving in fear. What is that? Finding excuses and reasons.
finding excuses and reasons. That's fear. There you go. All right, guys. So let me ask you a question. So if you use secret number one to seek out high net worth individuals to targeted social media, all right, like LinkedIn and real estate Facebook groups, and you tell your story, and you use the four E's, right? That's secret number two, right? To get private investors to know, trust, and like you. And then on top of that, you use group posting, secret number three, to grow your network of potential investors. Do you think you can raise capital? Like who here thinks that they can raise capital, you know, using these secrets, three secrets? Type it in the chat. Who here can raise capital, with these three secrets? All right. Well, guys, I know that this works because this is exactly what we do. Like literally, this is exactly what we do, right? So I know knowing these three secrets is like this, right? It's like there's so much, for some of you, for a lot of you, this is totally new. It's like, oh my God, there's like so much, like exactly like, where do I get the right educational post, engaging post, encouraging post, entertaining post? Like me, I'm not really like naturally funny, right? So it's like, how do you even do that? Like, how often is your entertaining post versus educational post versus engaging post? Like there's so many details in this, right? Now, obviously, we can teach you everything we know in a 1 hour masterclass, right? And then, usually this knowledge that we share, like we share them intimately in all details, like to our mastermind members, you know. And I know for some people, it's like out of their reach or they're not ready for that yet. And that's why, guys, we want to make this, we want to share with you our know-how that we built over the years, right? And we're doing something different, and I know you guys will like this, okay? And we have made this like super affordable. Like if you can't afford this, like I don't know, like you know, uh, I don't want to say there's no hope, but we made it like super super affordable, right? So this is why we're doing a 5 day attract OPM challenge. All right. So in 5 days, guys, you will attract high net worth individuals, and you can do it all through social media. Remember, guys, Mike told you guys, share with you that I was able to attract $12 million in 12 weeks. Okay, now it's a team effort, right? So I have Mike, and then I led the social media post and so on, so. And I know, guys, if you follow the blueprint over the 5 day challenge, you will definitely attract in high net worth individuals all through social media. You will be surprised. So for example, day one, you will learn how $1 million capital raisers think. So Mike, you wanna discuss this? Because day one, Mike will show you, basically how he thinks, right? So that you guys can think in the same way about raising capital. It's not about chasing people, it's about attracting them. Because when you think like $1 million capital raiser and you do what they do, it's mathematical certainty, guys, that you will be able to attract millions of dollars like they do. Okay? So this is why what we've developed over the years, the 4ES model, the group posting algorithm hack, these are all things that are learnable or or things that we can teach, right? You can learn this skill set like in anything else, and the 5-day challenge is a great way to do this. Now, day number 2, this is where, we will go through the details of the 4ES model. All right? You will actually develop, we have an app that can actually help you come up with your next 5 posts, okay? And you can do it in less than 30 minutes, right? So your entire week's post in 30 minutes. You can do it, okay? So for those, I know for some of you, well, social media is like, oh my God, I don't have time for it. Or it's like, I'm not a social media person. Well, to be honest, I am not a social media person myself. I hate like taking picture of my food and sharing it on Facebook. It's like, what the heck, right? So, but that's not the kind of social media that we want you to understand, right? Or to even practice. But no judgment if you like that stuff, right? But the point is, we will share with you the different posts that we did over the years that have gotten a lot of engagement, a lot of investors, right? And we even have a database and an app that actually helps you do that. So that for those of you who are not social media savvy, again, you can literally have 1 week's worth of posts in 30 minutes or less. It's crazy, I know. So you will learn that in day 2. On day 3, there's an echo. You will learn insider strategies and tactics on LinkedIn and Facebook. So, you will learn like things like, okay, what kind of photo should I have on LinkedIn versus Facebook? Can I add text on the photo? What kind of hashtag should I have, in order to create visibility on LinkedIn and Facebook? Do you know that on Facebook groups, you cannot put a link, on the post itself, right? So there's so many insider tricks and tips like that, and we will share all of them with you on day 3, so that when you put it out there, right, you are the algorithm will actually show your post to more people. Okay? And then day 4, you need to learn the legalities of raising money so you don't go to jail. Because guys, I've seen post after post on social media saying something like this: hey, I just got this deal, I need $1 million, who wants to invest? Do you know that that post is potentially illegal unless you file direct exemption with the SEC? Like, literally, you can go to jail. Or, at best, you can get a $50,000, $200,000 fine. You don't want that, right? So why not learn it the right way versus trying to wing it and then now you go to jail or you get a fine, right? So on day 4, you learn all about that. And on day 5, you will learn advanced strategies beyond social media. Okay? So social media is just one way to attract private investors, but there are other ways too. So that if you combine all of those things, guys, you will attract and raise millions of dollars in private capital. All right? So the challenge schedule, when we're doing the challenge is July 13 to 14. So that's 2 days, Thursday and Friday, and then 17, 18, 19, that's Monday to Wednesday. So 5 days, guys, 5 days of powerful information, learning, and actual implementation so that you will start attracting private investors, okay? So there are 2 options to do this, right? You can just get the recording, so it's 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern. For $97, as I told you guys, we've made this as affordable as possible to a lot more people. Go to nasoinvest.com/challenge, right? But I highly recommend, guys, get the VIP ticket, because here you get to attend live, you get to ask questions, you get the slides, so you don't have to like furiously take notes, because I'm telling you guys, we are going to share with you a lot of material, a lot of slides, so you don't want to like, you just need copies of the slides so you don't have to take all these notes, right? And you get the recording too, so if you cannot attend for that week, you get the recording, right? Or for that day, and it's $297 only. There are only 10 tickets. The reason why, because you want this to be an intimate event wherein, there is a lot of interaction in here. You guys can ask Mike and myself all the questions that you have, right? You can show me the post that you have, and I can give you critique. Don't post that, or write the post this way, or whatever. Yeah, so it's going to be very, very detailed. You get high level of coaching, right? Down to the nitty gritty, so to speak, right? Down to the tactics, not just the strategies and principles. Again, go to nasoinvest.com/challenge. nasoinvest.com/challenge. Again, the VIP ticket, only 10 tickets will be sold. That's the max, right? Because we want to be able to coach each and every one of you during the 5-day challenge, right? So, you might be asking, well, let me ask you this, guys. If all the challenge did, right, is help you attract just one investor. Let's say you fumbled through it, you know, we gave you the secrets, the techniques, and so on, but for some reason, you only raised like $50,000, right? You know, and you didn't get in trouble with the SEC. Is investing $300 to raise $50,000, is that worth it? I think so, right? So again, go to nasoinvest.com/challenge, right? Now, but what if, you succeeded and really succeeded with this, right? What if, just like Dwayne Gregory, just like Nate Farmer Eden, just like Keisha Kennedy, these are the students, just like Tim Vest, just like, Jessica Buck, like we have so many students who have done this, follow the exact blueprint that we're going to share with you during the 5-day challenge. What if you succeeded and actually attracted several investors who can cumulatively invest $1 million or more? How will your life change, guys? How will your life change if because of these 5 powerful days, you met the investors that you want, that can fund all of your deals, right? How will your life change, right? So, if you want to participate in the challenge, go to nasoinvest.com/challenge right now. And again, the VIP tickets will go fast. There will only be 10 tickets sold. This will be the first challenge that we're doing. So we want this, to be highly exclusive, very limited, very intimate, because we want to be able to answer all of your questions within like, the 12 to 1 o'clock, on those 5 days. Okay? So go to nasoinvest.com/challenge right now, before you miss this literally like very rare once in a lifetime opportunity to learn everything that you need to know in order to attract and raise millions of dollars in private capital, all through social media. Again, go to nasoinvest.com/challenge, and Mike and I will see you on the other side. All right. So, Mike, are you still there?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. No, hey man. No, I just want to make sure you guys join us on the challenge. We're really excited to see you. We're going to spend a lot of intimate time with you, so you and the VIP, you get to answer your questions before we even start the event. And we're going to have an amazing time, and we're going to drop a lot of great information on how you can leverage OPM to be very successful in your deals. Don't let this opportunity pass you. It is now o'clock, and my pain will be your pleasure. And so all these things are practical if you just follow the process. And with this process, you'll have progress. But if you don't follow the process, you will have no progress. So let's take action now. It's now o'clock. Let's get this done with. Sign up now. Go to nassauinvest.com/challenge. All right, we got anything else, Win?
All right, now that's it. And then let's do the millionaire mindset to close it off. Oh, yeah, you want to do the millionaire mindset to close it off? We could I could barely hear you, Mike. It's like you're covered.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, that's better.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Guys, so many times, man, we continue to pass over opportunities routinely. And that's because you don't seize the opportunity. It's costing you not to take action. You have to take the space out between action and the idea in order for it to become a reality. So many times we focus on what we don't have and what we lack and why we can't be successful. But I'm telling you, you lack nothing. It's just you lack you take up too much time with procrastination. You take up too much time leveraging off of ideas and not taking action. Action is everything. Action is what changes everything, and you have the power to create your path. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God, and He gave you the power to create it with your words. And all you have to do is tell yourself that you are going to do this, and your word will be bond, and then you will create another legacy for your family. But it starts with you. Now, look. Wealth may not have came from your family, but it could come from you. To start now, quit waiting. I don't know, like we always work waiting on the perfect time. There is no perfect time. It doesn't exist. Perfection evolves over time. And I'm telling you, it's not impossible, but what you need to say is, I'm possible. Hey, that's our time for today. God bless you. God keep you. May God bless you beyond your belief, but not your capacity. And remember, you're one big deal away. Peace.
Thanks, Mike. Music.
Recording stopped.
Yeah, I was born to be the greatest. Yeah, I was born to be your favorite. Look, mom, on the billboard, I made it. That's what I dream every day, so I say it. Yeah, I used to be broke though, money was so-so, used to be loco. But I was born to be the realest. Yeah, I was born to be the illest. Cause anything is possible. If you don't know it, got to go. I'm about to blow. I'm